This case here, Paltrow vs. Sanderson, is pretty interesting, but it was a little bit lukewarm to me as we were moving forward. This here, though, kind of sparked my interest. It's technical, it's rules of skiing, and it's something I wouldn't normally think about, which is why I find it interesting. This here's from Channel 2 News, one of their publications, from March 28th, 2023, and it says, Sanderson vs. Paltrow, Day 6, often reference rules of the road for skiers, explain. Let's see what we got. With a judge-ordered deadline on the horizon, Gwyneth Paltrow's defense team began calling its experts in a ski crash jury trial in Park City, Utah that begins on the slopes of the posh Deer Valley Resort in 2016. The sixth day of Terry Sanderson vs. Gwyneth Paltrow was underway on Tuesday, March 28, 2023, following previous 5 days that included testimony from both the Iron Man actor and Sanderson, a retired optometrist. If I'm saying that right. These words these days. Let's just keep going. Sanderson's family also testified, and plaintiff's attorneys called experts to give medical opinions on a permanent brain injury their client claimed happened when he and Paltrow crashed on the slopes. And you know what? It probably did, but there was a long time in between there where it could have occurred somewhere else. Because if it happened there, definitively, I guess they wouldn't have to say claimed. They could have just said it happened there. And here's the rules for skiing. Always stay in control. You must be able to stop or avoid people or objects. Which I don't think is possible 100% for anybody. I mean, people are going to lose control. People ahead or downhill of you have the right of way. You must avoid them. So there's a good one. The person downhill has the right of way. Stop only where you are visible from above and do not restrict traffic. Look uphill and avoid others before starting downhill or entering a trail. You must prevent runaway equipment. Read and obey all signs, warnings, and hazard markings. Keep off closed trails and out of closed areas. You must know how and be able to load, ride, and unload lifts safely. If you need assistance, ask the lift attendant. Do not use lifts or terrain when impaired by alcohol or drugs. Well, that's obvious. If you're involved in a collision or incident, share your contact information with each other and a ski area employee. Each side is going to point out which rule they think was broken and which wasn't, and whoever broke the rule, I'm not sure definitively loses the lawsuit, but that's going to be a big uphill battle for them to prove their side if they're breaking a rule they shouldn't have broken. Paltrow testified it was Sanderson who caused the crash, and the ski instructor testified that Sanderson and Ramon assured him they were all okay, and he felt comfortable leaving the scene because no one was apparently injured. Tuesday afternoon, Paul Bogger, a ski collision expert, continued his testimony and said he believed Paltrow followed the rules pertaining to skiers on that day in 2016, while Sanderson did not, which I gotta say is a pretty important point no matter what happened. And this person tweets out here, today the jury heard from a ski collision expert who touched on this very point. Skier etiquette has emerged as a sticking point in Gwyneth Paltrow's ski crash trial. Nearly every witness has been questioned on a skier's code that has effectively made uphill synonymous with guilty in the Park City courtroom. And this here tweeted out on March 29th, 2023. So Paltrow's side is claiming that she followed the rules. And if that's the case, this looks like a good day for her. Let me know what you think down below. Let's do some shout outs. Shout out to Jan Price, always supporting here. Thank you, Jan. Shout out to Susan, always leaving some great comments. Really appreciate you, Susan. Thank you so much. Shout out to Mary Lynn, good supporter here. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. And to Cindy Bryden, always sending me some great articles, things like that, even though I forget her shout out once in a while. Thank you so much, Cindy. There's one now. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.